This is Isabelle, and today I will present the case of Yasaka. Yasaka is a Japanese restaurant located on the Upper West Side of Manhattan. The restaurant is a well-established place in the neighborhood, and they used to take online orders using the Seamless app. But during the pandemic, they created their own online ordering website, which can be accessed from the browser on both desktop and mobile devices. They don't have a mobile application. Yasaka's online ordering website has some user experience issues, and I analyzed three of them. First, the online ordering website is not mobile friendly. Second, the online ordering website does not maintain session when the browser back button is used. And finally, the online ordering website does not have a user account. Here suggests some possible solutions that Yasaka could consider implementing in order to improve the user experience. Now I'll go over them one by one. So when user clicks on any item on the menu page, the item page opens. Here we can see a screenshot from the desktop browser. We can clearly see the item description, the instruction box, the buttons to increase and decrease quantities, and the add to bag button. So everything seems appropriate for the desktop version. But here, as we can see on this picture, the same is not true for the mobile browser version. Here, users do not navigate the application easily. The buttons for adding and removing quantities, as well as for adding items to bag, are partially hidden at the bottom of the page. So it's clear that the application was not made taking into consideration that users would access the application through their mobile browsers, which is honestly quite the opposite from what we see today. I think that more people use mobile browsers to order food than desktop browsers. So the application has a critical usability issue because users have a hard time to achieve the only goal of an online ordering website, which is to order food, since they cannot properly see the buttons. So my take on this issue is to copy the Seamless app. Seamless uses a similar approach to view an item. When the user clicks on any item, the item page opens, and as we can see, it is very similar to Yasaka's. However, Seamless presents the screen leaving some space at the bottom. This way, the information will be contained within the page. There are no hidden buttons, and the experience is much better. I suggested that Yasaka could use the same design approach as Seamless and format the screen to leave some room at the bottom of the page. This way, buttons at the bottom would not be hidden. The second issue is about the back button. When the user is on an item page and wants to return to the menu page in both desktop and mobile browsers, the user needs to click on the X button. If the user clicks on the back button, they are taken back to the initial page instead of the menu page. However, when users are choosing food, there is usually a lot of back and forth between the menu page and the item page. So users expect that the back button will take them back to the menu page, not to the initial page, ordering page, which is quite confusing. This is another example of usability issue since we rely on the browser back button when navigating on the web. I think that users will not give up ordering their favorite food, but this experience is very unpleasant. So my take on this issue is to copy the Smith ordering website, which is another restaurant from the same area. As we can see here, they have not only the X button, but they also have a back button on the bottom of the item page that takes users back to the menu page, and the back button from the browser works as expected. Yasaka needs to implement a handler for the back button. So when users hit the button from the item page, the code of the application will maintain the current user session and present the menu instead of the initial page. Finally, the last issue is the absence of a user account. Without a user account, no information is saved. So there's no save the user's personal information, credit card information, past orders. This means that every time users want to make an order, they need to fill in all necessary information. And after the order is placed, there's no way to check what you have ordered. As you can see here, there's no user account anywhere on the application, which is quite inefficient. Even though the design choice values security because they never store any information, users want to order food as fast as possible and with the least amount of effort. So my take on this issue is to have an optional user account. They can keep the option of not having an account for those who prefer the security of only providing information in transit, but they could also implement a user account for those who prefer efficiency and do not mind having their information stored at rest. I know this is a sensitive issue, but I suggested them to consider this option, and I also highlighted that the strategy of having an optional user account serves the two types of customers. For the user account, I suggested them to implement the feature by storing exactly the information they already collect at the checkout, along with logging in. That could be a phone number and a password. On the user account page, they could also implement a past orders feature with some order details like date, amount, and list of items. Something very simple yet practical. So first, I sent them emails. I have explained them the purpose of it and as well with the issues and possible solutions, but they never acknowledged my emails. After that, I tried to contact a person called Min Fu Cheng, who is the IT support specialist from Entray POS, which is the platform that Yasaka uses for their website. I have explained that I was reaching out to speak about one of their clients' UX, but I haven't heard back. Next, I tried to contact a person called Hiro Huang, who is Yasaka's owner. Again, I explained the purpose of my invitation, but I haven't heard back. Finally, I called the restaurant, and the staff told me that for this matter, I had to contact them via email. I explained that I had already done that, and then I was told to just wait for the response. And then finally, I sent them a third email. No responses so far. I guess they either don't have the means to improve what I have suggested, or they don't even care about what I have to say, which is sad, especially because the first issue is only a formatting issue, and they could do that. And I don't think that it would cost a lot. But anyways, if there's any update, I will keep you posted. Thank you.